It's Orson Welles.
Of course it is.
I think it's time we talked.
What is it the writer says? Tell the story you know.
Citizen Kane, released in 1941, and was something of a sensational movie due to the real-life model for Kane strongly opposing the film's release. Even though it received many Oscar nominations, it took home only one award, which many believe was the result of block voting. Today, it is regarded as one of the best films ever made, if not the best. I mention this because the movie follows the writer of Citizen Kane, Herman J. Mankiewicz, as he tries to come up with the script for the film, and how all the things in his life at the time influenced it so. Now you might go into the film thinking, oh, this is gonna be a very interesting look at a behind-the-scenes making of Citizen Kane. But I implore you, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a movie that's best gone into about a man trapped within a system of an opposing nature. I'm done with the voice. Also, I didn't have like a bowler hat, so I'm using a Mario Odyssey cappy hat, so that's all I got. A lot of the struggles that Mank has to deal with revolve around a difference of opinion. We all have beliefs and sometimes a want to do what is right, but can be met with opposition by people who may believe a completely different thing. What do you do when the people around you seem to be making decisions that go against your very nature? Well, if you're Mank, you lash out in the most self-destructive ways possible. You could argue that Mank himself has beliefs that are noble and worth fighting for, but that doesn't mean that the character, or real-life person, isn't without his faults. A lot of the times his vices come into play, and he uses them to try to get the upper hand on the opposition, only for them to blow up in his face. Yet, the character does have a charm to him that attracts us, and other people, to him. Part of it is the strong writing on display, but a bigger one is the work of Gary Oldman, who once again proves he's a master of his craft. Gary looks right at home here, and I was convinced he was Mank throughout the entire run. The supporting cast is also excellent, and I like seeing each of them interact with Mank in their own way. I will say, however, I wasn't as big a fan of Amanda Seyfried as everyone else. She isn't bad, but especially when putting her next to Gary, she can kinda come off as a kid in a costume at points. Just my personal opinion. Unfortunately, the film suffers from being too pretentious. A lot of the technical aspects, while definitely a marvel in their own right, are gonna turn away a lot of audiences. Heck, even the people that normally would be receptive of the film aren't being so. Though I have a strange feeling in part that might be because of what they initially thought the film was going to be about. That being said, the black and white aesthetic fits very well into the movie. I like how they kept the picture grainy with various burns appearing in the film reel from time to time. The sets look and feel like old Hollywood, and everyone has that authentic 20s and 30s talked down pat. On a complete technical scale, the film is wonderful. Yet, one has to wonder if some of these choices are beneficial to the film, or were done for the sole purpose of art, or worse, ego. And true enough, if you look at places like Rotten Tomatoes, the general audience isn't being as receptive as, well, anyone. But, personally, I really liked Mank. Having seen it now multiple times, I definitely think there's something there that a lot of people are missing. But if you come away from this movie saying, it's boring, I can understand that too. Thus, I give Mank a 4 out of 5, with a recommendation to rent it. Give it a few minutes. If you feel your eyes glass over and the people talking getting on your nerves, it's most likely not going to be for you. Trust me, you'll know right away. Thus, we've come to the end of another video. Join me tomorrow for another picture review. Like always, guys, let me know what you thought of the movie Mank in the comments below. Do you think it's gonna win the Oscar? Is it still as strong a viability as it was at the beginning? Probably not. But let me know what you think, guys. Like the video, and like always, stay safe out there, and have a good one.